Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani has accused federal prosecutors of taking part in what he calls a fishing trip. Him and Donald Trump with scouting requests in hopes of finding a valid charge. The allegation, an interview on Sunday, comes after the former attorney pleaded not guilty to disrupting the 2020 election in Georgia and a federal judge harmed him in a defamation suit brought against him by two poll workers. The verdict was automatically enforced after already embattled Republican was slapped with a $132,000 bill addition to laying eggs in his face. And he failed to turn over the evidence case. Moreover, the decision was made by a familiar face on January 6. In its 57-page ruling, Judge Beryl Howell wrote that 79-year-old Giuliani provided only a fraction of the financial documents that had to be presented. Howell wrote at the time that his excuses for hiding them made no sense. But on Sunday, Giuliani responded these allegations with his own narrative, insisting that the feds spent up to $20 million to take him down. Scroll down for the video. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani has accused federal prosecutors of participating in what he calls a fishing trip. Him and Donald Trump with scouting requests in hopes of finding lasting charges. The allegation comes after the former attorney pleaded not guilty to disrupting the 2020 election in Georgia, and a federal judge harmed him in a defamation lawsuit filed by two poll workers. So it's punishment through process, he said, using an informal legal term describe the supposed strategy for fulfilling federal discovery requests to obtain potentially incriminating evidence they might not otherwise be able to obtain. He also theorized how federal government's lawsuits were outsourced, unlike the charges that Trump and 17 others are facing for allegedly meddling in election in Georgia. For example, he said, citing the case that showed two Fulton poll workers suing Giuliani, accusing him of manipulating ballots. This Atlanta lawsuit, a libel suit, is represented by one of Wall Street's largest law firms. They don't look into defamation cases. Continued. Although he admitted that had made false statements about the workers, he added they probably billed between 15 and 20 million in legal fees. And 8 or 10 people are working on this case. So they're making such high demand for discovery without exaggeration, he said, making a gesture claiming that huge amount of evidence was being asked of him. Maybe 10% of these are about the case, he claimed. The other percentage they're trying to discover is crimes that I might have committed. Crimes that Donald Trump might have committed. Known for his war against organized crime and New York mafia in the 90s. Republicans seemed to turn a blind eye to other possible lawsuits, arrogantly adding good luck. The decision was made on January 6 by a familiar face. District Judge Beryl Howell wrote in her 57-page ruling T.